Tale of Melon City. It is a narrative poem by Vikram Seth. The following poem is taken from Mappings, which was published in 1981 and is included in the collected poems by Vikram Seth. The king in this poem is just and placid. Does he carry his notion of justice a bit too far? Let us see that in the poem. This poem is written after Idris Shah. The Tale of Melon City by Vikram Seth. In the city of which I sing, there was a just and placid king. The king proclaimed an arch should be constructed and triumphantly would span the major thoroughfare to edify spectators there. The workmen went and built the thing. They did so since he was the king. The king rode down the thoroughfare to edify spectators there. Under the arch, he lost his crown. The arch was built too low. A frown appeared upon his placid face. The king said, "This is a disgrace. The chief of builders will be hanged." The rope and gallows were arranged. The chief of builders was led out. He passed the king. He gave a shout, "O king, it was the workmen's fault." "Oh," said the king, and called a halt to the proceedings. Being just and placid now, he said, "I must have all the workmen hanged instead." The workmen looked surprised and said, "O king, you do not realize the bricks were made of the wrong size." "Summon the masons," said the king. The masons stood there quivering. "It was the architect," they said. The architect was summoned. "Well, architect," said His Majesty, "I do ordain that you shall be hanged." Said the architect, "O king, you have forgotten one small thing. You made certain amendments to the plans when I showed them to you." The king heard this. The king saw red. In fact, he nearly lost his head. But being a just and placid king, he said, "This is a tricky thing. I need some counsel. Bring to me the wisest man in this country." The wisest man was found and brought, nay, carried to the royal court. He could not walk and could not see, so old, and therefore wise was he. But in a quivering voice he said, "The culprit must be punished. Truly the arch it was that banged the crown off, and it must be hanged." To the scaffold the arch was led, when suddenly a counselor said, "How can we hang so shamefully? What touched your head, your majesty?" "True," mused the king. By now the crowd, restless, was muttering aloud. The king perceived their mood and trembled, and said to all who were assembled, "Let us postpone consideration of finer points like guilt. The nation wants a hanging. Hanged must be someone." And that immediately the noose was set up somewhat high. Each man was measured by and by. But only one man was so tall, he fitted one man. That was all. He was the king. His Majesty was therefore hanged by royal decree. "Thank goodness, we found someone," said the ministers, "for if instead we had not, the unruly town might well have turned against the crown." "Long live the king," the ministers said. "Long live the king is dead." They pondered the dilemma then, being practical-minded men, sent out the herald to proclaim in his former majesty's name, "The next to pass the city gate will choose the ruler of our state. As is our custom, this will be enforced with due ceremony." A man passed by the city gate, an idiot. The guards cried, "Wait! Who is to be the king? Decide." "A melon," the idiot replied. This was his standard answer to all questions. He liked melons. "You are now our king," the minister said, crowning a melon. Then they carried the melon to the throne and reverently set it down. This happened years and years ago. When now you ask the people, so your king appears to be a melon. How did this happen? They say, well, on account of customary choice, if His Majesty rejoices in being a melon, that's okay with us. For who are we to say what he should be as long as he leaves us in peace and liberty? The principles of laissez-faire seem to be well established there. My dear students, now what meanings of the difficult words from this poem? Number 1, placid. Placid means not easily excited or irritated. Number 2, proclaimed. Proclaimed means declared. 3, arch. Arch means a curved structure. 4, constructed. It means built. 5, triumphally. It means celebrating a victory. Number 6, span. Span means stretch. Number 7, edify. Edify means to improve people's mind or character. Number 8, thoroughfare. Thoroughfare means road. Number 9, rode down. Rode down means traveled on a horse. Number 10, frown. Frown means scowl, to look angrily. Number 11, disgrace. Disgrace means shame. 12, gallows. Gallows means the structure on which criminals are killed by hanging. Halt. Halt means to stop. 14, proceedings. Actions taken in court to settle dispute. 15, summon. Summon means to order somebody to appear, especially in court. Number 16, masons. Masons means persons who build buildings or other structures, etc. Masons. Quivering, shaking. 18, architect is a person whose job is designing building. 19, ordain. Ordain means order. 20, amendments means changes. 21, the king saw red. Here the king was angry. To see red means to be angry. Next one, lost his head. It means lost his calm and became very angry. Next, number 23, tricky thing. Difficult to do or deal with. The thing which is very difficult to do or deal with. Next, number 24, counsel. Counsel means advice, especially given by old people. Number 25, quivering, trembling. 26, culprit, a person who has done something wrong against law. 27, scaffold. It is a platform used for executing criminals by hanging them from a rope. 28, counselor. Counselor is a person or a member of council. 29, mused, means thought carefully. 30, muttering aloud, grumbling loudly. 31, perceived, means noticed or became aware of. 32, royal decree. It is an official order given by a king. 33, unruly, means difficult to control or manage. 34, pondered, means considered. 35, dilemma or dilemma. It means predicament, means a difficult situations where two important things are there and difficult to take the decision what to do, what not to do. That is predicament or dilemma. 36, heralds. Heralds means harbingers, means a person who announces different things, that is the order of the king, etc. 37, reverently, means respectfully. 38, customary choice. Choice established by custom rather than law. 39, laissez-faire. It means the policy of leaving things to take their own course without interfering. So my dear friend, my dear viewers, my dear students, it's great that you have been with me for so long in this video. Thanks for your time that you have given me for this video. Thanks for watching. Please, if you have liked this video, please subscribe and give me your comments. It will help me a lot. Dear friends, don't forget to see the next video in which I will give the rest of the things, that means question answer, poetic devices and explanation and summary. All these things I will give you, and I hope that you will enjoy that video also. Thank you. Have a good day.